What is up, you wonderful nerds? My name is Alex, and welcome to NerdCast. I hope you guys are having a great start to your 2018. Today I'm going to be joined by my good friend Grant Garber. We're going to be talking about Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So I'll let you guys look forward to that. We have a lot of interesting ideas and lots of contrasting viewpoints on different things. So interesting conversation we had. So I will let you get to that, and I'll see you on the other side. So I wrote some notes down. I wrote a lot of notes.
All right. There's a lot to write down about that movie.
So the first thing I wrote down was great cinematography.
Okay.
I thought there were some amazing shots in this film.
Like what?
Well, it's been a tick.
Yeah.
But my favorite, the one that I remember most is one where Luke's looking at the sunset and he sees the two suns. And I'm just like, oh crap.
That was intense. That was actually
And I'm just like, oh crap, he's gonna die.
Okay, but one thing I have to say about him dying is it was stupid. Like if you see any other time, whether it was what was it, Obi-Wan Kenobi, when the lightsaber went to hit his cloak to kill him, and it was just the cloak dropped. Only the cloak dropped. It was like he was not there. It was just the cloak. Like why did they do that with Luke? Like why did they show his body kind of fading out and then his cloak dropped? Like why not just show him sitting there and then it just from the back shot like it had, just the cloak dropped.
Because this is 2017.
No, I know, but it looked worse. It looked way worse. Like, it literally looked like if you would have switched the 50-year difference of these two movies, like, I would have rather seen what they did now in the old ones and what they did in the old ones now. Like, I would have seen that, because it's almost like progress of the way they died off in the last one. Like, just...
Well, he also died differently.
One was peaceful, one was
decapitated. The other one was...
yeah.
The other one just kind of thought too hard.
I don't know. It was just, that just caught me, because I was just like, that looked really poorly done. Like, it's like...
I thought another great shot was the Lightspeed kamikaze scene, where the Admiral just kind of...
And they just
and it just
each
goes...
one just shows
everything
up.
just goes... No, the one where
when it explodes?
Yeah, the one where she runs the ship, I don't know what it's called. She runs the ship into the big ones. And it just goes silent.
Dude, and it was funny because the lady before our showing, she goes up to the front of the stage and she's like, there are several times in this movie where it goes dead silent for a solid 10 seconds. She's like, it's for the dramatic effect. She's like, it's not our fault. She's like, it would never be our fault. But she's like, it is just solely for the movie. So she's like, if that happens, wait the 5-10 seconds and it'll come back on.
You know, I think I wrote this down in my notes somewhere. But one thing I did not like was that Rey and Kylo Ren could just kind of sit down and have a chat whenever they felt like it.
It wasn't necessarily when they felt like it, though, because at there is one point where she's like, why are you doing this? And he's like, I was about to ask you the same thing. So it really wasn't necessarily in their control.
Right, but...
Oh, no, it was Snoke. That's right.
But they still had it at the end. That's the thing.
They did.
Because Kylo saw Rey get on the Millennium Falcon. And then she looked at him all weird, and then it ended.
Yeah, because he's like, I forgot what he said, but he said something to her, and then she just pushed the button and let it shut. Yeah. So it being called The Last Jedi, clearly there is. I know Kylo Ren is technically a Sith. He's not a Sith, but he's evil.
He uses the dark side of the Force.
But
I feel like it's called The Last Jedi because the term Jedi is going to disappear.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be we used to have knights, but now we don't have knights, but we still have people that fight and do the same thing that knights did, but they're not called knights.
I understand, because at one point, even Luke was saying, and even Yoda, that was messed up, but even Yoda was like, yeah, it's time to die, for it to die, because when he shows back up and, lightning comes down and...
Actually, I noticed something. I think I saw the books in the Millennium Falcon.
He did, yeah.
I think Rey grabbed the books.
I think
Rey stole the books, and Yoda knew that, but Luke didn't. And so to get Luke to be for Yoda to get Luke to be like, hey, get your head in the game, he blew up all the books and said, look, now you have nothing to be guilty about anymore. That's not a rule that you can prove. You're good now.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because I did notice the books were there when Finn was caring for what's-her-face, Rose. But why What's with Rose?
Is she dead?
I don't know. I don't think she'll
dead.
die, but it's just like I definitely thought.
She was definitely a weighted character.
Yeah, but I don't think she's a needed character.
No,
I don't think Finn needs a lady, and I don't think Finn wants that as his lady, because she goes up and kisses him, and he just kind of let her fall back to death.
Because he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this awesome sacrifice. I'm gonna be a hero, which is kind of like the overarching theme of don't be a hero, just do your part.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm gonna be a hero. I'm gonna kill myself, and then it didn't. She effed it all up, and he thought that everyone was gonna die.
Yeah.
Which, okay, they're making a big deal out of this battering ram. It blew open like a person-sized hole.
Yeah. I'm like, that's a crack in the door. That was literally nothing. Like, it'll blow this door completely off. Like, we are all screwed. There's no back way out. And it's... No, yeah, they cracked the door. It was a big hole, but it was nothing compared to the ships that they were in. Especially, the ATAs sitting there.
Right.
Okay, one other question. Is it AT-AT or ATA?
I think it's AT-AT.
AT-AT, yeah, not ATA. AT-AT. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for.
I don't know, because I saw a poll on Twitter that was it was do you say it? It had the at symbol. It was AT-AT or AT-AT, and I don't know. I've always just said it, but
All right, so should we move on to the next note?
No.
No? Okay.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I have a theory of why the lightsaber broke and why Luke was holding it and his little trolling moment. Because that's one thing I was confused about when that was happening, was why did he have a blue lightsaber when it was broken?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like Luke's last scene, where he's facing Kylo, he has a blue lightsaber.
Yeah, he doesn't even have the lightsaber on him though.
Exactly, he just had the lightsaber for show.
He didn't. He didn't even have it with him on the island, because in it wasn't the Death Star, wherever, or Snoke's ship, when Kylo and Rey are
exactly,
pulling it explodes. Rey has those pieces because at the end of the movie she said she has them both.
So here's my theory.
Okay.
When the lights, because I'd heard previously that episodes 1 through 9 are coined the Skywalker saga.
Yes.
And so we start
the 3 trilogies, the first 3.
Right. So we start with Anakin getting the lightsaber, and then it gets passed down to Luke, and then it gets passed down to Rey, kinda, but we don't really know how she fits into the Skywalker saga, which is why I think it broke.
Okay.
I think it broke because all these Skywalkers are using it,
and
it's like the legacy. And so now that the Skywalkers are over, Luke's gone, Ben's probably going to die in episode 9. I'm calling it now. If the lightsaber
But Ben's not a Skywalker. Oh, he is.
Yeah, he is. He has Skywalker blood in
it. Yeah. I was like, he's Han's kid. No. It's yeah.
Right. So I think the lightsaber broke. It was symbolic of the Skywalkers being broken.
I can see that. The lightsaber's still going to be blue no matter what.
And then Rey using the Kyber crystal.
Yeah, because it was still in there.
Is symbolic of her carrying on the Jedi legacy. Mm-hmm. And then Luke had the blue lightsaber instead of his green one because it was his last hurrah. Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Another thing, how do you think they will have... this is going to suck, but how do you think they're going to portray Leia in the next movie?
So I think...
Because, they can't do it. They can't record anything new.
I heard somewhere that they filmed some of her parts for episode 9.
Oh, they've already filmed. Have they started filming?
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw somewhere that they filmed some of her parts for episode 9. My theory is that if they have, they're just going to scrap that, and they're going to make episode 9 take place 5 or 10 years later. That way, the Resistance can actually do something. And then in the opening scroll, they're going to say General Organa died and left them all in the dust. And then it's going to be kind of them trying to figure out, well, what do we do now that we don't have Leia?
Well, I think it'll be farther than 5 years, especially because I feel like they're going to start... this could be stupid and, absolutely mean nothing, but the little kid at the very end, he had the Resistance ring on that Rose had given him, and you see this kid looking all like boss, looking up into the sky. You see him looking at the stars. He's got the little
That was
broom.
another beautiful cinematography shot.
That was. It was just he's just standing there. He's staring out into space and stuff, but he's got the lightsaber and the ring and stuff, and it's like you could tell that that's not pointless. That's just not a. They're not going to bring that kid back because it would have been a pointless scene with that kid. That kid would have been completely pointless in the movie if they left it when he was with the animal in the cage and Rose showed him the ring, and then that was it. That kid never shows back up. But they brought that kid back.
I think
I feel like for a reason.
I feel like they brought him back because they wanted to make an Easter egg in a future film and be like, oh, that's the kid. Kind of like how like Peter Parker's the kid in Iron Man mask in Iron Man 2. Like just pointless. I think it was pointless. I think it was there so they can explain. They can make it relevant for them to say that Rey's parents were no one. And that anyone can have the Force. I think that was the point they're trying to drive home.
Well, I think that's the point that Luke also told. Like, I mean, that's what he showed Rey when she was sitting up on the rock. She's sitting up there, and that was funny too. And he's like, reach out. She like reaches her hand out, and he like touches it with the little thing. He like snaps it, and no, but he's like the Force, is the power that holds everything together from like the life and the universe and all that he gives on his little speech thing. And then she's clearly, like she says, she's felt something there. Like she's felt it. She clearly has had it, like, and had access to it, especially her and Kylo Ren are being able to communicate back and forth. Whether that was all Snoke's doing and making them be able to talk back and forth, like he said, but I feel like there was something else already there, like she said, and it wasn't just like, oh, this is new, I'm going to use it like I've used it forever. I mean,
I think they had the little kids just to show that anyone can have the Force. Not like they can learn how to use the Force or whatever. Just I can't just start lifting stuff with my hands. But
I mean, Rey kind of did that. I mean, she like cracked a rock,
think she was,
and then she like lifted a bunch of rocks.
I think you can be born with the Force.
Like, what do you mean?
Kind of like mutants are in Marvel. Like you can.
Like the Force is just like they're more enhanced with it. Like
it's just a genetic thing where you just have.
So it's like anyone could access it, but it's just like you got cheat codes when you were born, and it's like boom.
Right. So yeah, different people have it, and then if your mom or dad has it, then odds are you're gonna have it too.
All right.
So I think that was all they're trying to drive home. But maybe he does come back and is the next chosen one.
Oh God, I hope not, because that's the entire storyline of the last two trilogies. So, or the first two, but
So my next two notes kind of coincide with each other, and it literally says Finn equals wasted time, Snoke equals wasted character.
No, I feel like Finn's needed. He's kind of like the Han Solo when you look at it. Like, I mean, because that's like saying Han was a waste of a character. Because you got like Luke, who's like your main.
I'm not saying he's a wasted character.
Who's like Rey.
I'm saying
he's a waste of time.
He was a waste of time in this movie.
Like, what do you mean? There was too much of him?
This movie. Okay.
Actually, no, there was way too much of him.
So let's look at Finn and Rose's storyline. They're like, okay, we need to save the Resistance, so we're gonna do this thing. It's like, okay, I can dig with that. And then they go in, and they almost succeed, and then they get arrested for parking on a beach. And I was like, okay, that's
that was like super excessive too. They dropped them, and I'm like, they tased them. I'm like, you parked on.
So I'm like, okay, so how interesting. How are they gonna get out of this and get the guy? And then the guy was pointless. They picked up some random dude that they have no proof can actually do what they need.
The random dude, the code breaker, whatever his name was.
His name is DJ in the credits.
Yeah, I saw that. I feel like that role would have been played so much better if it was Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's all I saw in that character. Every time I saw that character, I was like, that's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I was like, that's him. But it's not. Like, you look closer, it's not. It doesn't really sound like him at all. But, I mean, it had that look, almost like a look of like a wasted Negan almost, but it's not. It's just...
But okay, so like anyway, so their original plan is kind of out the waters. They have to use this other guy. Yeah. So they get use this other guy. They get there, and they almost get it. And he has a great line of, Come on, it's now or never. Now. Just very calmly. And then they get trapped again. Okay, so how are they going to say the Resistance? Oh, wait, they don't.
Yeah.
Their whole thing was pointless. There was no character development. We didn't learn anything about these characters. They just kind of...
They're just there.
They're
filler.
I mean, right, it was there, and it's a 2.5-hour movie that they could have made 2 hours.
But I'm glad they didn't. I mean, it's kind of like the more you get, the more you have to either love or hate.
I would have preferred it if they wanted Finn, because I think all they wanted was for Finn and Phasma to fight,
Which I think that was a load of crap. And honestly, I really wanted to see who she was. Like, I know she probably was never a main. She probably never had a part ever in any other movie. It's just like that chrome suited crap, like that.
Right.
Like it's just like, and then you see him crack the her mask, and you see her face, like part of her eye. Yeah.
Like,
and I'm just like, and it's like I definitely did not think she'd be white.
I feel like if they wanted to do that, what they could have done is they could have had Finn do what he was really going to do and get in the escape pod to make sure Rey didn't run into a battlefield. And then he would end up on the salt planet because that's the closest thing. And so he'd just be kind of chilling there. And he'd already have it all set up. He would have found the resistance base. And then Phasma, they would have clashed at some point. Like Phasma would have also found it. And they would have gotten on there and they would have Finn would be like, oh, you guys are coming down here too? Well, there's a party going on, so let me take care of this for you.
But I feel like also her involvement with Finn, like it's you're not gonna remember that. Like if she's like the leader, okay, of all the stormtroopers or all of her whatever like group or section she has, like you're not gonna remember everyone's name, everyone's number too. Especially if she's human. She's not even a robot. She's a human, so she's remembering every.
But have any other stormtroopers been unmindwashed like him? Like, have any other stormtroopers just said, yeah, no, I'm good?
I mean, I get that too, but it's like, yeah. But I mean, it's okay.
It could prove that she's just that good of a leader that she knows everybody's name.
Yeah, this movie takes place immediately after Last Jedi or
right,
The Force Awakens. Okay, so I mean, it's not like because she was already looking for him during and at the end of that movie too, and then because I was gonna be like, oh, it's like years after. She's not still looking for him, but it's really not. It's only like
it's a decent amount after.
It's a few months, but that's like saying 4 months, and it's still
the Luke and Rey stuff happens immediately after.
Yeah, because
but everything else kind of happens.
That. I was really hoping she was gonna use the Force and lift his fighter out of the water. I was like, it's there. I was like, either Yoda shows up like he did, or like Luke hops on her shoulders and is like, use the Force, raise it up, lift it up, and like comes out.
He's like, didn't do it. Luke was gonna pull it out, and then hop in there, and he's just gonna run into the salt planet and F everybody up. He was gonna make Poe look like really lame at the beginning of the movie, going.
Dude, I'm sorry, Poe. I feel like Poe is low-key a waste of time. He was funny. I love the character, but it's just like it's so funny with the part where he's just like. Leia's like, she's like, you can't just run in and shoot stuff up and blow it up, or like get in your ship, hop in your ship and blow stuff up, and then like everything goes sideways, and he like turns to her, he's like, permission to jump in my ship and blow stuff up? She's like, permission granted.
But I liked his character development though.
I mean, it's there, and especially because it's like BB-8's his droid. It's not like BB-8's Rey's droid, because like I mean R2 was Luke's droid, so it's 3CPO, so it's not necessarily like
BB-8 went with Finn.
For this movie, yeah. But I mean, it is
BB-8's to this day to sell toys.
Yeah, pretty much. And the Porgs, man, that was stupid. I mean, like, I thought it was going to be one little Porg. I thought that was going to be it. And then...
I didn't. Once again...
Well, because the hype just from the trailer, just from the one trailer, from that one little screech, everyone freaking loved him. Everyone fell in love with him.
That was the point. They're starting to sell toys.
Yeah. But I thought they were going to keep it down to that one character. I didn't think they were going to keep, like, just have it as this is like a little group of alien, little chickens, yeah, on an island. And, I mean, for you guys to cook up and eat, I mean, like, I thought it was going to be like, I mean, obviously there's definitely probably other Chewies, like, out there. Like, whatever.
A Wookiee?
A Wookiee, yeah, I cannot
Yeah, they live on the planet Kashyyyk.
Yeah, well, I'm not a nerd. But, no, just kidding.
It was episode 3, though.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, so I'm like, obviously there probably would be more Porgs, but I thought it was just, I mean, that one would have like a whole little, like, its own little, his thing. Like, he'd have his own thing that he followed around and did. Like, he'd either mimic Chewie or, like, just be like, Chewie's little sidekick. Like, he'd be like a parrot on his shoulder. He'd just be just chilling.
It didn't bother me too much.
Yeah.
I just let it pass by. So let's talk about
Snoke. Yeah. That let me down.
All these theories. He's General Grievous, back from the dead.
I was kind of hoping Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks still hasn't showed up.
He's Jar Jar Binks.
He's still not here.
He's Emperor Palpatine, back from the dead. Not a new character. Someone else who's back from the dead.
Yeah.
Those are the only theories.
Okay, but you see how old he is, and he said something. He didn't say he was immortal. He said something that he's been around for so long. And I understand. I mean, like if you, I don't know. I mean, it is in the official canon, so I mean, episode 6 to episode 7 is a solid amount of years. Like it is 40, 50 plus years. So I mean, he could have been in Reign for 40, 50 years, but it's like you're not going to be that old. Like it's not like you've aged that fast in that little of time.
But the thing is, I don't
to
care
not have been mentioned from the last time.
I don't care how old he is. I
don't care how old he is either. It's just
I don't care anything about him. Like he just cool character, just sits in a chair.
Cool.
He doesn't stand at all. Just sits in a chair.
I just thought he was like a
He
great
has
value.
a deformed face,
Yeah.
and then he can use the Force really well. And then he gets, he gets decapitated.
He's also got lightning, but that doesn't come from his fingers. It just shows up.
Like,
or did he shoot it? He launched it.
He was pointless. I don't care about him at all. Like,
yeah,
I was interested. I was intrigued in episode 7, and now I just don't give a crap.
Yeah, but I feel as smart as he says he is, and as big and and whatever, I feel like even though like when he was in his mind, he was in Kylo Ren's mind basically when he was seeing Kylo Ren turn the lightsaber and had the urge. Well, he was like in his head because he's like I can see you turning your lightsaber
towards Rey.
No, he said towards your greatest enemy.
Rey.
Snoke was thinking Rey, but
Exactly.
but Kylo Ren, moved the blue lightsaber sitting next to him and killed his greatest enemy, which I guess would be Snoke.
Right.
Okay, yeah, but like he wouldn't have seen that coming, like. And I mean, it's just like if you build him up to be this big character that's got so much power and so much ability to do whatever, and then he gets just tricked. Like, I mean,
by something that shouldn't have tricked him in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't. That part made me mad. I did not like Snoke at all.
No, especially I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't know. Apparently, it was rumored that Darth Maul is coming back for episode 9, and he will have his spider butt.
He was already in Rebels.
I know, yeah, but Rebels isn't canon to
Yeah, it is.
movies. What? How?
It's Disney.
Well, I know it's Disney, but it's not canon.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really? There's no way. There's no way.
Definitely
No,
is.
hold up.
Yeah,
What?
Star Wars Rebels canon changed history
Really? That's so
because
weird.
it's Disney, so it's.
Are you sure they're not talking about the camera? Huh. No, or the dude name? Or no, is that Kanan?
Mike Cannon.
No, the dude. Who's the dude with the lightsaber that trains the blue-headed kid?
Kanan?
Kanan,
I think that's his name.
That's talking about Kanan, not Canon. Lol.
Alright, so my next note.
Alright.
I'm going to hear a whole lot about this, but my dad, his biggest problem with it was that Luke and Kylo had the same conclusion. They wanted to end the way things used to be. Okay. But no one could, they
couldn't merge on something together.
They didn't merge. They just fought each other.
And I understand that, and I'm because they're pissed at each other. I mean, you see like the amount of hate that each one almost has for each other. Luke doesn't necessarily hate him as much, but it's like I completely understand Kylo Ren hating Luke because Luke did legitimately try and murder him. Like he actually did try and kill him. 1, while he was sleeping, and 2, I mean, it's just like that's not fun. I mean, I'd be mad too. I mean, and he clearly showed how mad he was. I mean, I probably wouldn't have worked with someone who literally tried to kill me. Because I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it wouldn't have worked best if they both.
I think what happened was that they were just on 2 different angles. Because Ben and Luke are like opposites. Luke,
one's light side, one's dark side.
Yes, but Luke is on the light side and struggles with the dark side. Luke wants to be on the light side but struggles with the dark side. Ben wants to be on the dark side but struggles with the light side. So they talked a lot about, where the Jedi origins were from, and it was all about the ancient stuff. It always saw were a bunch of books. I would have liked to see more like
a flashback of like what
flashbacks,
it was.
or even just like talking more about like how the ancient Jedis worked. Like, I wish Luke would have actually done more to train Rey and been like, look, this is how we used to do things, and this is why it sucks.
Well, and that's what he kind of did. He kind of, I mean, he told him. Okay, how many lessons did she have?
Like,
but did she really? Because I know he showed her the Force, and then what else? He stopped after that, right?
No, the second one was
it was
the one where he was like in, not like outside on like the on the Lion King rock, but the one with like the Jedi
temple
lake, like the one like the little pond with the Jedi symbol in it. You know
oh yeah,
there was that one. I don't remember what that was about. That was kind of them talking. Oh, she asked him. I think they did their lessons off camera.
Oh, private lessons.
I think because they sat down and he said, "Here's our second lesson."
Okay.
And then she asked him about what happened between him and Ben. And then that's when we found out what really happened.
Yeah.
No, that was when we found out what really happened. Or was that when he lied?
I think he lied. That's when he lied. Because
then
Ben, because then when they did the little Force thing,
he did actually tell her it was ring.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. But yeah, I wish there would have been
more training.
More like training in ancient Jedi history.
But what was it? What did I see? Hold on. I watched this one thing. It wasn't a podcast or anything. It was like a history of the Jedi Order. And it was like, it wasn't like on the Knights or the ancient stuff like the beforehand. It was like all of like Yoda's reign of like when, because it was, it mentioned like Yoda was the first Jedi to create like the Jedi Order with, him and Mace Windu and Kit Fisto. And I mean, he had like the lineup of the Jedis that was all there in the room.
Those aren't the original stuff.
It wasn't like the first Jedis ever, but that was like the first set of guys, like the first set of like.
Are you sure about that?
I think because it was mentioned because they said something. It was like the first set of people that were like actually brought together just to control the peace. That was like a public name. I mean, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of. Oh, it was history. It was the Legend of the Grey Jedi because he was going through all the stuff of what like Luke could potentially be the Grey Jedi stuff, and like because it was saying like the Grey Jedi doesn't stand for the dark or the light. He just like protects the. It was something.
The Force.
It was the balance of the Force. Yeah. So they like balance it out.
I think that is what it was.
Yeah, but then it was saying because it wasn't like a full on Sith Lord where it was like lining up with like. Darth Sidious and freaking like Darth Maul and Darth Vader and like the lineup of all them, but it wasn't like the lineup of like Mace Windu and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, like Yoda, like all of them as a whole. Like it wasn't like you're not on either. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying before because that's a load of crap because I don't know what I'm saying half the time.
All right.
I'm hoping episode 9 is good because if you're gonna like. Because I know I saw something, I don't know who it was by or what it was from, but it was saying something that Rogue One is in the trilogy, is in this trilogy, so it's like 7, Rogue One 8, and that's trilogy in itself. It's seriously not. I mean, it is canon, and it's like a 3.5.
Before.
Yeah, it's 3.5 to 4.
It's 3 and then 4.
Well, I know there's episode 3 and then 4, but it's like it's like a 3.5. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then how does that fit in between 7?
I don't know. I don't know because that's what I was thinking. It's because I was like because it's 7, 8, and 9. 9 is coming out. No one's heard anything of 9 hardly at all.
Does Leia know how to like unage herself? She's super old in episode 7, then gets really young in Rogue One, and then super old again. And
I mean, I don't know, man. She can bring herself back from the dead. That'd be lit too, but But
apparently she can fly. So
yeah, that was I want to talk about that because that was dumb. She's like the ship blows up.
So first off, I was pissed because I was like, okay, I'm okay with them killing her.
But I was wishing it was Kylo. I would really
if Kylo would have pulled the trigger, I would have been okay.
They kill both of your parents, like.
Yeah, I would have been okay with that being her death. And I was like, really? That's how you're gonna kill her?
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, really? That's how she's
gonna
like
live? Twitching, and I'm like, okay, she's not disconfigured. That missile went right in that cockpit. Like she's dead. Like you're not gonna be
like
whole.
I thought the twitching and stuff was gonna be like let's just have like one last breath of like.
It was she gonna be saying like Luke or something.
Yeah, like Luke or even just saying Ben or just something. And then I was like, okay, that would have been
a
good
like,
death. And then she just
here we go. Some like Mary Poppins level. She's just like, whoop. She's gone.
Superman.
It's like she's just flying right back, and they're like, "Whoa! Oh my gosh!"
No one even questions it either.
No, I know. They're like, "She's back, guys! Let her in!" And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
I would have been like, "Hold on, wait a minute, lady. You can fly."
You've had your time.
Why
I
did you
didn't
tell us
like. Was it the vice president lady, the purple-headed chick? She
I wrote
made
that
me
down.
so
I loved
mad.
her character. I loved her character.
I loved her character, but she was like,
Because it was all about like misdirection. She's like she knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what they had to do to live, and Poe didn't understand that, and she knew that, and she knew that Poe was reckless and stupid,
I mean, yeah.
and she wasn't gonna take his crap.
I mean,
So
I'm
she
stupid,
said-
so I kind of like legit sided with Poe 100%. So I was like, if you could save it, you could be the hero. Like, do it. And then when she was like trying to fight it, I was like, lady, just back off.
Like,
Like,
I think they wanted us. Like, I side with Poe too, but I think they wanted us to be that way because they're only seeing it from Poe's perspective. And then when we find out that
Leia just straight up shoots him. he's like, yeah, just comes in. He's like, whoa, and then and I'm like, oh, it's like, wow.
it's like when we find out that what she was doing was actually
right.
the only thing they could do,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I got you now.
He still didn't find out until after it all
They
happened.
were on the ship.
Yeah, until he woke up, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, and yeah. I don't know. It's such a weird movie. Like, it was so good, but it had
liked
so
it.
many parts that were.
See, here's the thing. I think scaling movies on a scale of 1 to 10 is lame.
Yeah, some Rotten
So-
Tomatoes level.
So I have an idea. It's called Better Than, Worse Than.
Okay.
You have to pick a movie
That
that's
is
better than this movie.
In the same like canon, like in
it
the
could
same
be
set.
literally any movie in the world,
okay.
but it's more fun if you pick it in a similar genre.
I'm definitely just saying this movie is better than Home Alone because that movie is trash.
Okay, let's keep it more.
I don't think this.
Let's keep it genre.
I don't. Okay. Oh, genre based.
So,
Any
like-
Star Trek movie.
Okay, so to start, it's better than
Okay, it's better than. I don't know.
any Star Trek movie.
Yeah, any Star Trek movie. That's all I'm saying.
And it's
I've
worse.
seen Star Trek. It's not.
And then it's worse than.
It's worse than any Star Wars, any Star Wars movie in the
So
franchise.
you think this is the worst Star Wars?
I do. I personally think this is the worst. I can't see it topping any other one. Like my favorite out of all is number 1, Phantom Menace. No, it's I don't know what it is. It cringed so much. I almost said Phantom of the Opera, and I was like, I would have shot myself. But episode 1, that one's legit my favorite, just because it has Jango Fett and Qui-Gon Jinn both in it. And
Jango Fett wasn't in it.
Jango Fett was in episode 1. He kills. He dies. Jango Fett dies in episode 1.
No, that's episode 2, with the clones. Obi-Wan finds out that he's making all the clones.
Oh yeah, but he's still in episode 1. Yeah, he is. I know he is, because he is in the whatever they're in, like the Coliseum fight thing.
That's in episode 2.
That is episode 2?
Is episode 2 your favorite?
Episode 2 is my favorite, guys. I haven't seen them in a while. I just bought them all, and I need to rewatch them. I really did. I just watched the ending of episodes 4 or 5 the other day on TV because it was on, because they're playing all of them. And so it was, I mean, that one was good. I loved that one. I loved A New Hope, but
I got you, bro.
number 2 is definitely, oh gosh, you illegal son of a. No, but number 2 is definitely my favorite. Yeah. That one's definitely my favorite. I didn't like number 1. I don't know why I said that one. I love the pod racing and stuff, but like the whole Anakin and Padme situation, like really always made me mad, because I'm like, dude, like good for you. Yeah, on her part too. It's like, you guys are like 7.
And then she doesn't really age much, but
No.
he definitely does.
Yeah, no, it's like you doubled her age. I mean, whether or not, okay, but still Natalie Portman's like literally pushing 40 or something. She is 40, and she looks the same as she did in the first Star Wars, when she was 14 when she filmed. Like, she looks the same. Like, she's never aged.
Who?
Natalie Portman, who plays Padme.
Oh.
Like, she does. I mean, she looks the same in
only
Thor.
16?
She's 14 when they started filming.
Really?
Yeah, she was 14 when she
I thought
filmed
she was
the first
way
one.
older than that.
No, when she was in the first one, she was 14, and when she was in the last one, in number 3, when she died, she was only 19 when she played those 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then but was that the same actor? It wasn't the same actor who played the boy Anakin, and then like.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, yeah, because I know they did keep some characters all the way through, like McGregor, dude.
Ian McGregor.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
better than any Star Trek.
Worse than any Star Wars.
Any Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't think it was better than any Star Wars. I can't fight it. Number 1 was like episode 1. And see, when I growing up, I watched episode 1, 2, 3, episode 4, 5, 6. I never knew until I got older that it was 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And so I always thought, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I always thought the story started with number 1, then went through. I know it does. The storyline does, because they were like 3 prequels to the original trilogy. But like
I didn't know that they were prequels.
I didn't know that. No. I totally thought it was like set completely, which it is. But I thought those movies were filmed before 4, 5, and 6.
You know what? Because let's rank Star Wars movies because I can't.
Let's rank them.
Yes.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
And I'll also include
6, 5, 1. Okay, Rogue One goes before 4. In my opinion. So it's 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 6, 5, 1. For me.
You thought episode 5?
It was better than 6, yeah.
So here's how I would rank them.
Yeah, what's your ranking?
Last Jedi, number 1. Force Awakens, number 2. Actually, no.
Oh, I forgot about 7. I didn't even put 7 in there.
Last Jedi, number 1.
7's before 1 for me. Because I just didn't like number 1.
So Last Jedi is number 1.
Okay, that's...
New Hope is number 2.
Okay.
And then Force Awakens is number 3. Rogue One is number 4.
Okay.
Where am I at? No, episode 5 is number 5, which I think is a lot further down on my list than I thought.
Yeah.
And then Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Is number 6. And then 3, 2, 1.
Really?
1 was so bad.
1 was awful. I completely agree. 1 is at the end of my list too.
Actually, no, I put 1 before 2. 2 was so bad.
Why?
2 was terrible.
Why do you hate 2?
The really good part of that movie was the soundtrack.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the whole. I liked the fight between Qui-Gon Jinn and Jango Fett. Like
Qui-Gon Jinn isn't in episode 2.
Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi, whoever it was. I just freaking love Jango. Boba is a waste of life. I hate his character so much because he's just like
Boba Fett's the OG.
No, Jango Fett's the OG. Jango Fett's the original. It's like Boba's like, I'm gonna take your suit.
No. See, there's the
green.
original trilogy and there's the prequels. Who's in the original trilogy? Boba Fett.
Oh, yo, now that I'm thinking about that, so they filmed old Boba before young Boba?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Yeah, see, and then that again loses me. Like, cause I completely, like, when I watched, I watched 1, 2, 3. So I saw in number 2, I saw Boba Fett way before, I saw Jango Fett before, and then with young Boba, and how young Boba Fett picked up his helmet after Mace Windu cut off his head. And number 2, and I mean, okay, but that thing would have weighed some, and like some blood would have been dripping out. I'm like, I was wondering, I'm like, if that's his head, like you're gonna see something falling out. Like that's not just gonna be a clean cut, and it just stay up there. Like, but yeah, he picks up the helmet, and then he's like, yo, I'm gonna kill. Which I really wish, like, I'm surprised they have no like, because like Jango or Boba Fett, like, what was his whole?
He was just a Mandalorian that was making some money, making some clones.
Yeah, but I definitely thought he had some, like, hardcore hate for Mace Windu because he killed his dad. Like, didn't he have, like, a whole mission plan, or no?
Honestly, I couldn't give less craps about.
And where is Mace Windu? Like, he never died.
Yeah, he did.
When?
Emperor Palpatine cut his arm off and threw him out the window.
Oh, yeah, because he was, like, hanging on. And the old dude's like, yeah, screw you, or something. Like, yeah, push him out the window. Yeah. Yeah, I just really like Samuel L. Jackson.
Once again, you say it's better than all the Star Wars. Better than every Star Trek, worse than every Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't see any placing for okay, no, I take that back. I liked it. It was probably better than 5 and 6 and 1.
I can't believe you didn't like episode 5.
Mm-mm.
See, I want to change my ranking.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know which one I like more. I like more between 5 and 6 because, like, 5 was lit and all, but like 6, he's like taking his mask off and he's like, "Daddy," he's like, "Son."
We should just all watch Star Wars and then make another episode.
Yeah, because I got 40 hours to spare.
Who does it?
Yeah.
My better than worse then.
What's it better than?
It is better. I don't want to say it's better than every Star Wars movie because I disagree with my original.
Your lineup?
It's better than the prequels.
No, it's Clone Wars like number two. Number two.
So much better than the prequels, but so is every other movie made. So.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's better than the prequels, but it's worse than
Percy Jackson series.
Oh God, no.
No, I'm just kidding. Those movies sucked. Was it 2? Or was it 3? There was 3? There's 2. Honestly, I don't care enough. I know there's like 600 books, but...
It is worse than the original trilogy. I'll say it's better than...
It's better than the prequels and worse than the original.
Ooh, I got a better one.
What's your better one?
It's better than episode... Because it's the second episode of the trilogy. Better than episode 2, worse than episode 5.
I
disagree with that.
I don't think it's better than 2.
It's better than 5.
No, it's not.
It is.
Actually, yeah, it is. It's better than 5, but it's not. It's better than 5, but it's worse than 2. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm gonna rewatch them all and have like a set opinion because I haven't seen them in a while. I've been a fan of Star Wars, but I've never been like I mean, it's been like 4 or 5 years since the last time I've legitimately seen a Star Wars movie all the way through. I saw the end of 4 last week, but that was it. That's all. That's the most Star Wars I've seen in the past. I mean, like 3-4 years. So I mean, if I rewatch them all, I might have a better standpoint of where everything ranks. But as of now, I'm gonna stand firm because like I've always loved number 2. Number 2 is just like I freaking love that movie.
Well, maybe when you rewatch it,
I'll hate it
as someone who actually understands what's going on.
Yeah, because I mean,
and when you understand the difference between Ian McGregor and Liam Neeson, you'll.
I do know the difference. Liam Neeson, who still is making movies, and I haven't seen Obi-Wan Kenobi be popping up anywhere. What, are you gonna search Liam Neeson's?
No, looking at Ian McGregor.
Yeah, I legit don't think he's
Alright, what's he been in recently? He's only 46?
Yeah, he's young.
Alright. No. Holy crap, how old was he in...
He was also like 17 or 19. He was 19, I'm pretty sure. You search it, he's 19 when he filmed Star Wars because he was also under 20. The amount of kids that were actually, I mean, not kids. I mean, he's still
older.
Still an adult, but like see, he don't even look like...
He looks like an adult.
And yeah, because he had a beard and some like long-haired wig. I mean, unless that was his actual hair, then like good for him. But I mean, yeah. Search how old he was when he filmed Star Wars.
You have no idea.
I
have no idea.
No idea.
No.
But you know, yeah. I mean, it was a lot of the actors were whatever. But I mean, like I said, because like see, that's the thing was when I originally watched them when I was a kid, I never focused on cinematography. I mean, even the scores of the soundtracks and the actors and who cast what and the way things are worded and said. Like it doesn't. I never took care to like actually focusing on any of that. And I mean, I've even been debating on seeing this movie twice. I still haven't seen it twice. I wanted to because
I'm gonna see it again.
I knew. If I went and watched it the first time, I would honestly like low-key fangirl over it because like they're like the next Star Wars is back, but like and I wanted to go see it another time so you could like actually pull what you want to talk about, like the topics, like what hit you the most. And honestly, whatever hits you the most, you're gonna notice in the first time you see it. But like, it's just then you go back the second time for to look for that stuff you could have missed the first time because you were fangirling. So, I mean that's like I went and saw Justice League twice. Because I wanted to, I mean, I liked it, but it was not one of my favorites.
Worth a second watching?
Huh?
Not worth a second.
It honestly wasn't. No, I think I just liked, I honestly liked the movie.
I thought that was a good idea.
I don't mean, there was a waste of like $7, but,
$14.
What?
14
yeah,
bucks.
pretty much. No, because the first time was worth it. I think the first time was worth it, just because, especially like I mean, you got to see all your childhood heroes, like your favorite heroes. None of them are my favorite, but you get to see all the heroes. up on screen, like in a live action. Like you get to see that. Yes, there was no Martian Manhunter or Green Lantern or any
None
like.
of the heroes I actually like.
I know, yeah, but I mean, it's just you get to see them up on screen. Yeah, we have like the Arrow and the Flash and all those like the CW shows like Supergirl.
Yeah, but those are all going down now.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they've been on way too long. They're running out. So it's like seeing everything on like a canon set movie up on TV.
Oh, that was loud.
Yeah. Then I don't know. That was just a little exciting, and especially to see what they'll do with Justice League 2 and whatever the Dark Justice League or whatever, with like because I saw they've casted for that and they've started doing some stuff for that. So that movie might be good, but I don't know what that one will be like. But I don't know. I just know Marvel's doing a fantastic job at whatever they're doing, and they're still going.
DC can't get their shit together.
No, they've never had their stuff together.
Alright guys, that was our conversation on Star Wars The Last Jedi. Hope you guys enjoyed. You can check me out on Twitter at AlexSpelliamus7. Have fun trying to figure out how that's spelt. And you can follow Graham on Twitter at Graham Garber. This is a lot simpler. Yeah, I think we're planning right now to do at least an episode a month, maybe 2. So we will see you sometime in February where we'll be talking about something fun, I hope. And I will see you guys then.